Well, let's start. From the last time, we said that the groups must have the answers for questions 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Those questions are found already in the book that I shared with you. But let's make a big revision for people who are already just join us late, and also to keep recording everything. First, we said that everything inside our body is important, especially that the first part we will speak about is the muscular system and how is this works very well in our body. First, we had the example here that we already mentioned and spoke about. First was the tendon. And we said here at the first part that it always gives us the strength. And how this happens, it happens when there are two things happening by lifting things, or when some people get shot of something. So the tendons here is a part for the muscular system. Tendons here always doing work in pairs. The two muscles must be working in two sides. We have here the both sides to contract and the other one have to relax. The tendons here have many shape. Also, we mentioned this, but we are here working and mentioning the importance inside the work. We call these type of muscles antagonistic muscles because they are working against each other. That's why one of them contracts, the other must relax. And by doing this, you can hold, you can lift, you can move, you can do a lot of exercises with your body. Also, we find here that the muscles always being controlled by the messages that comes from the nervous system. Okay, so when someone is shocked or has any problem, he has to understand that there is a muscle uncontrolled movement would happen because of these messages that comes from the brain. So when they are working together, they have to find here that the pairs here, the both pull at once, and also they can break your bones when they are working in a short way. And then we have an examples here on the other side that always the muscles have to get the glucose inside your body being converted into energy. The muscle here uses the energy, and also they try to push and move any harms away from the human body. This energy comes from the glucose that is already stored inside them. And the glucose has to burn them down into energy by using the movement or the work of the lungs and the heart. The heart will pump the blood, the lungs will exchange the oxygen with the carbon dioxide. Some scientists, they go further for this by doing this exoskeleton of the human, and they have to take the effect of these exoskeletons by making any kind of repairing items of human missing arms or legs. So they have to change this exoskeleton, and they are trying as much as they can to make a robotic exoskeleton to be controlled by the nerves of the human. Also, we mentioned this before. Last time, people, they understand that the movement of the body is caused by those muscles when they have the three types of them found in each and every corner where the two bones are coming together with the muscles. We have here that first type, which we call it the tendon. Second, we call it the ligaments. And the third here is the cartilage. In the joints that is found inside the body, the tendons here always making the joining between the bones and the muscles. The cartilage must be found between the muscles together to prevent the friction and make the movement easier. The ligaments also is a very strong material that is used for connecting two bones together. When someone gets injured by his leg and he harm those ligaments, they have to understand that the ligaments take a huge amount of time to be repaired back. first he have to use the ice to reduce the swelling that happens inside the muscle, and secondly, he has to find a very huge amount of time to cure or repair these muscles, or sorry, joints that happen to him when he starts to bend or moving away from his normal activity to other side. We have here the second part, the smooth running, and also the new parts. I need someone to start speaking about this, and I wish, yes, Ahmed. So we'll start right now by answering question 7, but I need you to read the paragraph. Yalla, go.
Okay. Dory's new X-ray looks completely different. She's had her hip joints replaced. Surgeons sawed off the ends of her leg bones. They fixed stuffed metal balls to the cut ends and stuck smooth non-stick sockets to her hip bones. Now she can move without pain. Hip replacement surgery is expensive and hospitals are always short of money. Some won't do the operation on people who are obese or very young, old. Sorry. They say they cannot afford to treat everyone, so younger people should take priority. Do you
Good.
think with do you agree with hospitals who refuse to perform hip operations on very old people? Give me a reason. I do agree because very old people are more yani, in danger when performing surgeries, any type of surgery.
That's correct. Yes, it takes from them a huge amount of time to
Yeah,
heal the back again, and it's dangerous for their body because also
so
they,
bad. Yeah.
yeah. Type. If you tell me that what is the paragraph is speaking about?
Mm. It's speaking about hip replacement surgery.
Yes, hip joints. If we go went here, this is the hip joint, okay? And you can find that this one or this one from this joints is already cut it down, and it needs to be replaced because they don't have the ability in the old people body. They don't have the ability to like rebuild their older joints. They have to replace them. This is the problem, okay? And then they have to work on this by surgeries. And the surgery, when they want to replace it, it's very expensive for the body. Like when they get those missed parts, this hip, as you could see, this hip that works as a joint here, it's very, very expensive for them. And the hospital also have a lot of the amount of the shortage of the money. Some of them also, they are not be able to go through it because sometimes the surgery for old people is very dangerous for their body. Okay, that's correct. Thank you, Aisha. I